Today I'm going to try to take on something really big. I'm talking about your idea of failure. Because a lot of us look at that as end-all be-all. Just because you fail multiple times doesn't make you a failure. Failing is okay. I want you to rewire your brain, essentially, to connect failing with lessons. Because life is a little bit different than school. School, you're given the lessons, and then you're given the test to see if you learn the lesson. But life works completely backwards. Life is going to give you the test and then see if you learn the lesson. And if not, it's going to repeat that test and probably get a little bit harder each time until you learn the lesson. Because then the next time the test comes, you're going to pass with flying colors when you've learned the lesson successfully. So don't look at these past mistakes and be ashamed of them or feel guilty. Just relax, let it go, move on. Because as human beings, here's the other kind of little weird thing about us, is we're the only ones that are going to constantly replay negative things over and over in our mind. You might think that when a dog has a frisbee, hit it in the face, that it feels embarrassed, or when a squirrel falls out of a tree, that it feels ashamed that it couldn't climb that well. But in actuality, they just move on to the next thing and they just keep going and they're totally happy again. Whereas us, we tend to replay those instances over and over and over in our minds. How is that helpful to us whatsoever? Just learn from it and move on. Apply the lesson instead of just replaying that horrible thing in your mind over and over again. So think of failures as just simply lessons learned. Learn from them, move on. Because if you haven't, it's just going to replay and repeat itself over and over again and get harder and harder until you learn it. So take this opportunity, just kind of reflect on perhaps something recent in your life that didn't turn out so well. What could you have done better? Don't necessarily scratch it off as that day sucked and hopefully it doesn't happen again. But just simply think about, okay, what are the lessons here? What are 1, 2, or 3 things that I can take away from this opportunity or this experience and apply it in the future? Because that's what's going to help you. And that's what I want to do, is just simply help you become even more awesome-er. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Josh Phelan. I'll see you soon.